Hi everyone and welcome to KREM 2 News at Noon. I'm Laura Papetti. It is good to see you. Right now at noon we are tracking another round of snow that is indeed on its way. Thomas Patrick is joining us with a look at what we can expect following this weekend of snowfall.
Yeah, and Laura, we got an inch and a half of snow yesterday. And boy, just as we hit the noon hour, it started to feel a lot nicer outside. Back above the freezing mark, some of that snow starting to melt away. And just like that, we're going to be right back into another batch of snow by this evening. Only a couple hours away at this point. And even if temperatures might climb a couple more degrees, well, the key here is that the storm that is barreling into the Pacific Northwest right now has a pretty cold core to it, and it's just making landfall, if you will, near the Portland area, which again saw snow this morning, not nearly as much as this past Wednesday for them, but it is going to be indicative of that snow that is heading our way. And as we zoom on in, starting to see some radar returns over south central Washington in terms of that snowfall. I think any precipitation that occurs in the afternoon will favor rain, but once we get back into the evening hours, it's going to go right back to snow because of how quickly those temperatures will drop after dark. So we're expecting snow to begin between about 5, 6, or 7 o'clock this evening, and it will start straight away as snow, and then it could snow through a better part of the overnight hours. So coming up, we'll be detailing how much more snow is in the works and this vicious freeze-thaw cycle that we're in this week and how long that is going to last.
Thomas, it is vicious. So we will get an update from Thomas in just a few moments, but also to get the latest weather updates, be sure to download the KREM 2 mobile app. You can get the latest forecast, weather alerts, the radar, and much more. The KREM 2 app, by the way, we like this, is free to download. Just search for it in your phone's app store. It is 2 minutes past noon right now, and this is coming in new at noon. At least one of the 2 men arrested for a murder in Elk is expected to be in court this afternoon. Investigators say a body was found under suspicious circumstances and then was identified as a man who was reported missing the day before. The Major Crimes Unit discovered a nearby house was connected, they say, to the death. A SWAT team surrounded the house and made an arrest, arrested 47-year-old Jason Jones, and another suspect, 28-year-old Chandler Andrews, was arrested in North Spokane. KREM 2's Janelle Finch, she is at court, and we'll have an update on the case coming up on KREM 2 News at 4 o'clock. Friends and family came together over the weekend to remember the Reardon teen shot and killed last week. KREM 2's Janelle Finch was there as the community mourned that loss.
He was a good kid. He just was a good kid.
Shadrack's grandma says her grandson had big dreams to play in the NFL.
He was gonna do it. And I'm telling you, he had the talent and the ability that he probably could have done it one day.
But now those dreams are left behind in the Falcons jersey he'll never get to wear again. Losing Shadrack is a harsh reality his family still struggles to understand.
This loss is huge.
Just an incredible kid. This was huge tragedy, huge. No way anybody, no.
His family remembers Shadrack as always being on the move and telling jokes.
He just liked to be around people, and he made so many friends wherever he went, whether it be football or wrestling or school.
And they hope other people remember him that way too.
I want him to be remembered with that rare smile, that laugh, the one who comes in and jumps on the bed and tells the joke, you know, the laughing. Yeah, that's how I want him to be remembered, with that smile.
Shadrack's family says an official memorial is scheduled for this Thursday to honor his life. In Spokane, Janelle Finch, KREM 2 News.
The Kootenai County Sheriff's Office is looking for hidden residents who could be victims of car burglaries. Deputies arrested 2 teenagers yesterday for burglary and theft. One teen was found with a stolen revolver. Officers believe there are at least 20 burglary victims, and the Sheriff's Office is asking anyone who believes that they are a victim to please contact them. Also happening today, Spokane City Council is scheduled to vote on an affordable housing ordinance that could change the very landscape of downtown Spokane. KREM 2's Nicole Hernandez is explaining.
So this new ordinance, if passed, of course, would incentivize developers to build housing in empty lots in downtown Spokane. The City Council had its first reading of the ordinance 2 weeks ago. Tonight is the final reading and vote. If passed, it would put a sales and use tax deferral program in place for developers who build on the parking lots that are all over downtown. The city says a 2019 parking study shows 30% of downtown is parking, and the study found even at the busiest times of day, people were only using 56% of the available parking. Under the ordinance, at least half of the new development would have to be affordable housing. The city would create a report every year outlining how many projects they approved, the amount of affordable housing built, and the value of each project to the city. Local leaders, including Spokane City Councilman Zach Sapone, think this is one of the solutions that could help reduce homelessness.
When I talk to them, they say, I'm here because I couldn't afford rent. I couldn't afford rent this month, and I'm hoping I'm here as little time as possible. I don't want to be here. I don't like this. And we have programs that help with first and last month's rent and get people back on their feet and into housing. But it is frankly just that affordable housing and that component that causes people to become homeless in the first place.
Again, we're expecting City Council to vote on this tonight. That meeting starts at 6 o'clock. In Spokane, Nicole Hernandez, KREM 2 News.
And coming in new at noon, the Gonzaga men's basketball team is back in the top 10 on the latest AP poll. The Zags jumped 2 spots to number 10 this week, of course, following a big win against St. Mary's that happened over the weekend. With the win, the Zags clinched a share of the regular season West Coast Conference title. Gonzaga has one more regular season game. That is coming up on Wednesday. That's against Chicago State. With the NCAA tournament just a few weeks away, the Zags are trending certainly in the right direction. ESPN currently projecting Gonzaga will get a number 3 seed in the big dance. And the Gonzaga women making an even bigger jump this week. The GU women are up 3 spots in the latest AP poll to number 15. The Zags wrapped up the WCC regular season title over the weekend. The Gonzaga women now have a week off before their next game, which will be in the semifinals of the WCC tournament. And for daily updates on Gonzaga, be sure to watch Locked on Zags. New episodes are available to stream every day on KREM 2+. Today, Locked on Zags is talking about the importance of winning the regular season conference title and looking ahead to the WCC tournament. If you don't yet have KREM 2+, well, get it. You can download it, easy to do, on Roku and Amazon Fire. All right, did you have a chance to see this? A beautiful sight as the northern lights were visible across much of the inland Northwest last night. Brian Plonka shared this time-lapse video coming in from Hauser Lake. Of course, the big question is, will we get another chance tonight? Fingers crossed. We're going to check in with Thomas Patrick for the Aurora forecast.
Yeah, Laura, and I missed this chance last night or just after I went to bed, but it's okay because, boy, the pictures that come in were absolutely stunning. I heard we also have new video from Schweitzer Mountain. If we have that, would love to lay eyes on that for the first time. It is literally just coming into our newsroom. If not, we'll tell you that the aurora, while it was absolutely stunning this last evening, oh, here it is. I want to see this.
Oh, wow.
Isn't that incredible? I'm speechless. That is so beautiful. Yeah, the aurora borealis, or the northern lights, very common to get the dancing green lights in the sky. I thought the red shades were what were really impressive. And over social media, even the aurora hunters that live in Scandinavia were impressed by the event from last night. And the images that we saw across the inland Northwest were absolutely stunning. So the question, of course, is, will we see it again tonight? The short answer, unfortunately, is no. And there's actually 2 reasons for that. One, the solar storm isn't as strong this time around for tonight. It's going to go from strong to just active, so it is weakening. The other reason is, well, we're going to get snow tonight, so the cloud cover is going to dominate our sky coverage, unfortunately, for tonight.